The Chase Freedom Unlimited is one of the most popular credit cards on the market. It also has the reputation of no one using it, no one liking it. So, how do those two things go together? I think there is a misunderstanding about this card, and we're going to answer that question right now.
Before I start, I just want to say that I have a cold. So if I sneeze in the middle of a song, it's not on purpose.
First things first, if you find any value in this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I will be referencing a website. It's mine. You can use it anytime you want. All you have to do is come over here to the richwithpoints.com website, click on sign up, click one of these buttons, and you are in.
Okay, everyone knows that 2 is more than 1.5. And if things were that simple, video over, thanks for watching. But things are never that simple in the points and miles game. And that's why the Chase Freedom Unlimited is such a contentious card. It's a game of margins, and I'm going to explain why the card is the way it is, and why maybe it's not even a bad idea for Chase to do it this way, and how you can benefit from it. But first, we're going to dive into the details of the card, then we are going to do some card comparisons, and then I'll give my final thoughts at the end. The Freedom Unlimited has a $200 sign-up bonus when you spend $500 in the first 3 months. Super simple. Anyone can do that. It has no annual fee. It does have foreign transaction fees, so obviously don't use this overseas. You can use the points it earns to redeem for travel in their travel portal. It does not have access to transfer partners, but you can move the points to a card that does, but we'll get into that a little later. As for spending categories, it earns 5x on airfare in the Chase Travel Portal. It earns 5x on car rentals in the Chase Travel Portal. It earns 5x on cruises in the portal. It also earns 5x on hotels in the portal. And pretty much anything in the travel portal that you spend on, you're gonna earn 5x. That does include like vacation rentals and tours and attractions. Anything you can book in their travel portal, you're gonna earn 5x on. It also earns 3x on dining, 3x on drugstores, which is unique to the two Freedom cards, the Flex and the Unlimited. I don't think any other cards have a drugstore category, but 3x on drugstores and 1.5x on everything else. So essentially this is Chase's catch-all card. So it's not 1x, it's also not 2x, but it is 1.5x. If your priority is earning Chase points and you want to spend on something that your other cards don't have a specific category for, this is the card you put it on, so you can at least earn 1.5x on all those categories. Now, if you do have another card that you can transfer these points to, like the Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve, even one of their business cards, then if you transfer those points over to those cards, you could redeem those points for more value. Now, the pointsguy.com values those points at 2.05 cents per point. It doesn't mean you're automatically going to get that much in value, but you should be able to generate around that much value when redeeming, either in the points boost scenario, the Chase Sapphire Reserve in the portal, or redeeming the points through like Hyatt or something. You should be able to get a good value on those points. And then even though you're only earning 1.5 on this card, moving those over, redeeming for more value, it could be up to 3 cents per point. And later in the video, we'll cover why that might be a better option for you than using a standard 2x catch-all card. For the benefits, we have the secondary auto rental collision damage waiver. It is secondary in the United States. International, it's primary, but it has foreign transaction fees, so you don't want to use this card overseas anyway. So you get a $40 DoorDash credit. You have to be a member though. So if you are a member of DoorDash with the Dash Pass, then you get $10 off a quarter. You get 2% cash back on Lyft rides. And then you get a complimentary Dash Pass for 6 months. So at least for that first half of the year, they pay for that. It's kind of an credit. And then it does have some trip cancellation and interruption insurance. As for application rules, it's a pretty standard Chase card. So you get 24 from bonus. If you've received the bonus from this card in the last 24 months, you're not eligible for another bonus. It is subject to the 524 rule. If you've had 5 new credit card accounts open in the last 24 months, you'll be declined for the card. You got the Chase 230. You'll be declined if you apply for a third Chase card of any kind within 30 days. And then the Chase 46, where they'll decline you if you apply for a 5th Chase card, personal or business, in 6 months. Now, the Freedom Unlimited earns ultimate rewards, but they're 1 cent per point. So if you redeem them in the travel portal, it's 1 cent per point. If you redeem for cash and statement credit, it's 1 cent per point. It's always going to be 1 cent per point. But it does have the ability to move those points over to another card that has transfer partner access and so on to get more value for those points. If you do that, those points can be worth around 2.05 cents per point, according to the pointsguy.com's website. If you're just going to redeem for cash, like I said, 1 cent per point gift card, you can get up to 1 cent per point. You can transfer your points to a spouse. It's pretty easy. The first time you have to call Chase, link up your accounts. Once your accounts are linked, then it's just online. You just do it back and forth all you want. You don't have the ability to transfer to friends though. Now again, this card doesn't have the ability to use transfer partners, but if you did move those points to another card, then these are the transfer partners that you would have available. So Aeroplan, Avios, Flying Blue, Flying Club, IHG Rewards, Chris Flyer, Marriott Bonvoy, Rapid Rewards, True Blue, United Mileage Plus, and World of Hyatt. So here are all the cards that can earn ultimate reward points. You've got the Chase Freedom Flex, this card, the Chase Freedom Unlimited, Chase Rise, the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the Chase Inc. Business Cash, the Chase Inc. Business Preferred, the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited, and the Chase Sapphire Reserve Business. And there also is a deprecated OG Chase Freedom card, which you can't apply to now. But if you had that card, it would also earn ultimate reward points. So any of these cards can transfer points to one of these 4 cards: the Sapphire Preferred, the Sapphire Reserve, the Business Preferred, or the Business Sapphire Reserve. And then those are the cards that you can then use for transfer partners. Now let's do some wallet comparisons and try to figure out why Chase limits their catch-all card to 1.5 while pretty much every other bank has a 2x catch-all card. So first I should show you that my annual spending profile, I just have a special one that's just $40,000 in all other spending, because we just want to focus on the all other category. I don't want to get complicated with all the other different categories that you can earn on, because it'll kind of skew the numbers. We'll get into more real world scenarios here in a minute, but for right now, I'm just using a catch-all annual spending profile with all other at $40,000. Okay, so back to the wallet setups, and I'll just type in catch-all. I have a catch-all category here. I'm just gonna click this button here in the corner that will split these up into their own columns, into their own wallets, so that we can compare them to each other. And right away, you see Freedom Unlimited only earning $600 for its net value, and the other two, which are both 2x on all other, are earning $800, clear winners. So 2x better than 1.5x. So we'll come down here at the spending categories, and you can clearly see that here. The 1.5x on a $40,000 spend is only earning $600, and then the 2x cards are earning $800. It's math, it makes sense, no problem. And let's even just, include the transfer partner access. So I'll put in a Sapphire Preferred here, right? It's gonna have a $95 annual fee, so that's gonna be factored in. But it's not gonna earn on that card because we didn't add any other categories. We're still only in the all other. The Chase Freedom is the better card in that respect. So we'll do that for each one of these. So for the active cash, the autograph journey, because it's $95 also, that'll cancel out the preferred's annual fee here. And then for the double cash, we'll add in the Strata Premier, which is also a $95 annual fee card. So all the annual fees are canceled out. So we're earning now just on the all other category for that $40,000 spend, but we are also earning at the point value for the card. So the point values for each system, you got the thank you points, the pointsguy.com's valuation for its points are 1.85 when transferring to transfer partners. Wells Fargo is 1.6 when transferring the transfer partners, and then the ultimate rewards, like I mentioned earlier, is 2.05 for transferring the transfer partners. Now, if we come up to the net value, it's still not doing as well. The Citi's doing the best. The Wells Fargo's next, and then the Chase pulling up the rear. Obviously, still math. Even though you get a better cent per point value from Chase, the 1.5 is still not enough to make it very competitive. Now, it's not too far off from Wells, but it's significantly off from the Citi. And if we change the Wells to Amex, which would be just the Blue Business Plus, now there's not the $95 annual fee included with that because it's essentially a free card. This one does even better because it also has a 2-cent valuation on its points. So aside from the $95 annual fee, so if it was just like $1,500, it'd be still a little bit better than the Citi with the Blue Business Plus. Much better than the Chase is doing right now. Now, if we switch this to be instead of transfer partners, travel portal redemptions, then it tells a little bit different story. So because the Sapphire Preferred can redeem its points in the travel portal, now it's newly changed. It used to be a lot easier to calculate. It was 1.25 in the portal versus 1 cent in the portal, 1 cent in the portal for these two. Now it can be 1.5 to 1.75. So we just assume you're going to try to extract the best value out of those points. So we are valuing the travel portal redemptions at 1.75 for the preferred and 2 cents per point for the reserve. So in that scenario, if you're not transferring to transfer partners, then it's a better deal to use the unlimited at 1.5 cents per point because you're getting a better redemption value. Now let's take this a step further. Let's turn this back over to transfer partners. All right, and then let's change this one from these two cards to just the Chase Quadfecta, and we'll switch this one over to be the American Express Quadfecta, and then we will change the Citi to be the I chose the Five-Fecta, but it really doesn't make sense to have the Premier when you have the Strata Elite and the Strata. So now that one is the Citi Quadfecta as well. Now I still have it on my catch-all. So let's switch this over to a family demo with, it has travel and everything else baked in. So now with all of the cards, earning on all of the normal categories that you would spend as a normal family unit and everything, earning with the unlimited at the 1.5 does better in the group of cards. So however Chase has put this together, you know, if you're just comparing the Freedom Unlimited to the Blue Business Plus, or to the Double Cash, or to the Active Cash from Wells, then yes, 2 is better than 1.5. But how they've figured it out is, okay, we're gonna give a lot better earnings on our other cards, but we're going to then limit it so that, you know, those cards are so good, in my opinion, that if we gave them 2x on all other for the Freedom Unlimited, it would blow everyone out of the water, but they would probably lose money, you know, because they're killing everybody. They obviously get all the business, but they'd also be losing money. So, and for example, let me come over here. We can actually play this out here. So if we changed this, and we have this ability on the website now, so you can come over to these categories and you can change this all other category to 2x to experiment. Like, what would that be like if the Freedom Unlimited earned 2x? Now you'll see it's noted as user edited. It's got a little icon, so you know, if you change it, you don't forget that you changed it and go about your day like all of a sudden Freedom Unlimited has 2x all the time. So let's come back over to the wallet setups, and then hit recalculate because I've changed that, how that earns. And it's a crime scene. I mean, it's a literal crime scene against Amex over here. I mean, Citi's not even in the game anymore. So the fact that they don't give you 2x on that, yeah, when you're comparing that to just the other catch-all cards, it's not a winner. But in the grand scheme of things, if you're using all their cards and you're trying to earn as much of the bank's points as possible, then if they gave you 2x on that card, they would just be losing money. I mean, they're giving you too much money because everyone's on the margins. It's a game of margins. Everyone's on. They don't want to eviscerate Amex. They just want to inch out Amex so that they get your business, but don't give away the whole goose. You know what I mean? It also gives them some buffer so that if Amex ups the game and surprises them, then really, I mean, they could just go from 1.5x to 2x. And then now they're winning again. Now, some people think Amex are the king and they are the top dog. I don't really think so. I think based on my most popular credit card videos from the past couple of weeks, it's clear that Chase is dominating in a big way. So if they are dominating in a big way, why do they need to do that? They're already dominating. Why do they need to give you 2x? I mean, I'm just looking at it from their point of view. I mean, obviously we want 2x. Give me the 2x. I totally get that. But it doesn't make sense for them to give you 2x. They're already winning. And it gives them a little runway in case someone steps up their game. They can just turn the little lever up. Okay, well, we'll give you 2x on this card now. So I'm not saying I like that it's a 1.5x on the catch-all. I'm just saying that's probably why it is the way it is. And I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. I think they have a marketing problem in terms of when everyone thinks of the Unlimited, the Freedom Unlimited, it has a terrible reputation. So I don't know if that's a good strategy for them because everyone looks at the Venture X and goes, oh, I get 2x on that. And it's a travel card. So, I mean, the marketing aspect of the Venture X is amazing. 2x and it's a travel card, whereas the Unlimited is 1.5x and it has categories that a bunch of their other cards have too. So it definitely has a marketing problem because no one likes it. I don't think anyone uses it. It definitely, I think, pushes customers to other banks because those banks have a catch-all that's 2x. Even though they would earn more, potentially earn more if they just use the 1.5x card along with all their other cards in Chase, they'd earn more. We saw it in the numbers. But because perception is reality to a lot of people, the perception is I'm earning less, 1.5. I'm over here, I'm earning 2. But as we've seen a million times on this channel, what they state as the earnings on there really doesn't mean it. It's how you spend, how you redeem, the benefits you use. All of those factors determine how much net value you're gonna get out of your wallet. And obviously the best way to figure that out is on the richwithpoints.com website. But that's just what I think. What do you think? Put it in the comments below. Yes, I'm sick. I'm a little under the weather. Don't hold that against me, or you are a sycophant, regardless of how extremely good looking you are. I think that's funny. Anyway, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, if you found any value, if you found any value in this video, please like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.